stand by you. If life is what love gets you through, there ain't nothing we can do. So be that one I hold on to, yeah. Stand by me and stand by you. Stand by me and I'll stand. Years from now, when we look back, the tears of joy will raise our glass. Say these words that still ring true. Stand by me and I'll stand by you. Life is what love gets you through. There ain't nothing we can do. So be the one I hold on to, yeah. Stand by me and I'll stand by you. All we ever have to do. Stand by me and I'll stand. All right by you. Yeah, like I do.
Not a bad looking photo there, much more dignified and reserved than the one we posted yesterday after we announced our new team. Very exciting.
To play us out, a little bit more music from the Wild Feathers. This is Big Sky.
Free as a highway, wild as the wind. I can hear her call my name, calling me home again. Wide open spaces, cool mountain breezes, reaching down to save my soul. Take these city blues away. The closest thing to heaven that you'll find, heading for the big sky. Won't you come with me? We'll find a reason to live again. There's still a paradise. The closest thing to heaven that you'll find, heading for the big sky.
He'll have you at Aloha. Magnum PI. New CBS Mondays this fall.
Life is hectic sometimes. Running to the store, running to my kids' ball games, then running home to fix dinner. I had neglected my teeth and I had neglected getting dental implants. I was afraid of how it would look. I was afraid of the pain. I am really glad that I went to the Dental Implant Center of Northeast Kansas. I was able to have my implants placed virtually pain-free, and I didn't have to run around to several different offices. I'm really glad that I took the first step and I contacted the Dental Implant Center of Northeast Kansas.
When we moved with DSL, we experienced the law of internet slow zones. So we switched to Cox. Their law of moving states that Cox has the same fast speeds everywhere, which you can enjoy after a day of dealing with other laws of science, like gravity, opposing forces, and, laws of attraction? Ew.
It's romantic.
Only Cox offers the same fast 300 meg speeds everywhere. Cox high-speed internet starting at $19.99 a month.
Keep up with the ever-changing Kansas weather. The WIBW 13 weather app. You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Well, good morning and welcome into 13 News. I'm Erica Hall. It's been far too hot the last few days. Let's send it over to Peyton Sanders in the Weather Center to find out if we have any cooler temps on the way. Hey, Peyton.
Hey, Erica, that's right. Some very good news today. The temperatures, we expect them to be cooler than the past several days. That's some good news as we start the weekend. Middle and upper 80s is all we'll get this afternoon. So those temperatures quite a bit cooler than the past several days. Want to show you the visibilities that we have outside this morning. Here we go right now in the far northwest sections of our area. Concordia, Marysville had some dense fog earlier this morning. Visibility is down to a quarter mile, so half-mile visibility is a little bit up from what we've been dealing with earlier this morning. Elsewhere, no fog in the area. We don't expect that. And any of that fog in the far northwest corner should begin to go away in the next hour or two. Cloudy skies right now for Manhattan at the Flint Hills Discovery Center. It's a warm and muggy start to the day, especially for places farther east in the viewing area. 78 degrees right now in Topeka. The warmest spot right now, Lawrence, checking in at 79 degrees. We had some beneficial rains in the northwest sections of the area yesterday afternoon. Some of that carried on into the overnight hours. And when we look at the radar picture this morning, kind of see this swirling feature here southwest of Council Grove. That will push northeast today and could lead to some more scattered shower and thunderstorm development. So the areas shaded in green have a chance for some rain as they move on throughout the day. Scattered showers and storms with the main threat being some lightning and brief heavy downpours. Severe weather not expected, but there could be some isolated wind gusts up near 40 or 50 miles per hour. So a yellow card today on the People's Insurance Group Road Risk Index. Some wet roads possible and reduced visibility with any storms that we see developing as we move on into the afternoon. We'll see what we're going to be expecting as we move on into the second half of your weekend with your full forecast coming up.
All right, sounds good, Peyton. Thanks. A family is suing security company ADT, saying the business is partly to blame for their loved one's death in a house fire 2 years ago. 13's Grant Stevens spoke with the woman's family on Friday.
Her patients loved her, co-workers loved her. It was just, it's just one of those people that the world's a worse place without her.
Elizabeth Frost died in an August 2016 house fire of carbon monoxide poisoning and smoke inhalation. Her home security system never alerted the authorities.
An alarm after alarm after alarm, different sensors going off in a house. To me, I would say somebody needs to let somebody know instead of just clearing it.
A family conservatorship filed a lawsuit Wednesday against ADT, the owner of Protection One. If they win in court, any earnings would go to Elizabeth's now 6-year-old son. Finances aside, her father says it's about changing policy.
Even if there is no money awarded, change their protocol, That would be great too, so nobody else has to go through what we went through.
Frost believes if the call procedure included caller ID, the emergency contact may have picked up and his daughter might still be alive.
That phone call would have got answered at 1:32 that morning had it said Protection One on it.
The fire was reported by a city street crew more than an hour after initial security alerts, but by then it was too late. We reached out to ADT for comment but have not received a response. The company told the Associated Press it would not comment on pending litigation. Topeka fire officials are awaiting autopsy results before identifying the person killed in a house fire Friday morning. Firefighters found flames on the front porch of 2949 Southwest Burlingame when they arrived around 1:45 a.m. Firefighters quickly contained it, but not before the house suffered major smoke damage. They found an adult man dead inside. His cause of death and the cause of the fire are under investigation. The estimated loss is around $50,000. Multiple agencies assisted at the scene. Prosecutors have officially charged a man in a fatal shooting in North Topeka. 32-year-old Tony Lee Foster is charged with second-degree murder and firearm possession by a felon in the shooting death of David William Payne. Foster is held on $1 million bond. Topeka police say officers responded around 6 p.m. Monday to reports of gunfire behind a home in the 900 block of Northeast Madison Street. They found 35-year-old Payne suffering from life-threatening injuries. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. The Riley County Police have released surveillance video of a person of interest in an overnight rape just north of Aggieville. Investigators say a man approached a 22-year-old woman just before 1 a.m. on Friday outside of her apartment in the 1100 block of Bluemont Avenue. They say the man shoved her inside, sexually assaulted her, and then took off. Anyone with information should call Manhattan and Riley County Crime Stoppers at 539-7777. A 40-year-old Lawrence woman is okay after she fought off a would-be attacker while jogging on a trail. The Lawrence Police Department says the woman was running along the Prairie Park Nature Trail around 6:45 a.m. Thursday when the suspect tried grabbing her from behind. Officials say she fought back, broke free, and ran away. LPD believes the incident was sexually motivated. The suspect is described as a white man wearing light-colored pants and white socks with black stripes, possibly Adidas. He may be associated with a blue tent that was set near a picnic table in the center of the park. Anyone with information is asked to call Lawrence Police at 832-7509. The White House says Monday's summit between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir is still on despite calls to cancel it following the indictment of 12 Russian nationals on charges that they tried to interfere with the 2016 presidential election. Mola Lenghi has the latest from the White House.
President Trump is spending the weekend at one of his private golf courses in Scotland, where aides say he'll prepare for Monday's summit in Helsinki with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
I'm not going in with high expectations, but we may come out with some very surprising things.
Less than 72 hours before that meeting, the Justice Department announced charges against 12 Russian intelligence officers, accusing them of interfering with the 2016 U.S. presidential election.
The defendants hacked into computer networks and installed malicious software that allowed them to spy on users.
During a news conference Friday with the British Prime Minister Theresa May, the president said he will address Russian meddling with Putin.
I will absolutely bring that up. I don't think you'll have any, gee, I did it, you got me. There won't be a Perry Mason here, I don't think, but you never know what happens.
The White House responded to the indictment by emphasizing that no Americans were charged and no one from the Trump campaign was implicated. Still, many Democrats and at least one Republican are calling on the president not to meet with Putin. Arizona Senator John McCain released a statement saying if the president is not prepared to hold Putin accountable, the summit should not take place. But the White House says the face-to-face meeting is still on. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, the White House.
The Kremlin has denied interfering in the U.S. election, claiming the indictment is designed to spoil the atmosphere before the Russian-American summit. A local organization is celebrating the man who started a mission to help men and women with disabilities. Easter Seals Capper Foundation celebrated the 153rd birthday of Senator Arthur Capper with a party yesterday. There was lunch and custard from Sheridan's and a Boshi Ball tournament. Arthur Capper is the former Kansas governor and senator who founded the organization on Christmas Day in 1920 with a mission of inclusion.
Providing services for children and teens and adults with disabilities, pediatric therapies, adult residential and day services, just a number of services to help them be as independent as possible. And the impact on these individuals and their families and the community has just been tremendous.
Senator Capper began throwing community birthday celebrations 120 years ago, including a free carnival and pony rides, along with games and ice cream, a tradition Easter Seals continues today. Coming up, find out which kiddos are in our Wendy's Birthday Club. Stay tuned.
You're watching 13 News This Morning, Saturday edition with Erica Hall. 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Get this Lakewood bath faucet for $79.21 after 11% off. This Emmett kitchen faucet is only $105.91 after 11% off. Save big on porcelain tile. Sanborn porcelain tiles are just $133 each after 11% off. Eastwood porcelain tiles are only $150 each after 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
345,000 Kansans care for a parent, spouse, friend, or other loved one, helping them live independently at home. Now, a new law called the Kansas Lake Caregiver Act supports these family caregivers when they enter the hospital and transition home. Loved ones can now designate a caregiver to be notified when they're discharged from the hospital, and hospitals must provide instructions of the aftercare tasks caregivers will perform at home. To learn more, visit WIBW.com/caregiver, sponsored by AARP Kansas.
With Cable One high-speed internet, there are no limits to what you can do, thanks to our unlimited data plans. Get 100 megs at $45 a month for a whole year, plus free installation. Just call 855-CABLE-1. Unlimited streaming, gaming, and surfing. You get it all. Plus reliable whole home Wi-Fi coverage. 100 megs with unlimited data. $45 a month for a whole year. Call 855-CABLE-1 now.
Long days and the sun is shining, having fun without even trying. Tomorrow seems so far away, saving our trouble for another day. Live it up, live it up, live it up. Whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Feel alive, I feel alive.
The Buy 5, Save 5 event is on now. Mix and match favorites like Starbucks coffee, Kroger fruit bars, and more.
Tired of the same old places to eat? We'll help you find your new local favorite restaurant. It's The Fork in the Road, Tuesdays on 13 News at 5. You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Well, it's that time. Several kids from Northeast Kansas are celebrating their birthday today, and it's time to add them to our Ultimate Birthday Club, sponsored by Wendy's. First up, we have little cowboy Jack Warth, who is 7 years old today. Then we got little sweetie Leah Schmelsley, who is also 7 years old. And last but certainly not least, we got handsome guy Ellis Newman, turning 10 years old. Happy birthday, kiddos. Hope it's awesome. If you have a child turning 13 years old or younger with a birthday coming up, we upload their photo to our website at wibw.com/thismorning, and please get it into us at least 2 weeks before their big day. Now here's Peyton with another quick look at the forecast.
Good morning, everyone. We had some beneficial rains in parts of Northeast Kansas yesterday. If you missed out yesterday, more rain chances on the way. But here's a picture yesterday from Carroll Kennedy near St. Mary's, sent in to us on the WIBW weather app. See a brief heavy downpour of rain. We could see more of this today. Not everyone's going to get the rain, but at least some areas will have that chance. And here's where the rain fell yesterday. These are the rainfall estimates since yesterday morning. You can see mainly the northwest sections of our area. Topeka just missed out, but Manhattan got some good rain. Places like Washington, Concordia, Clay Center also had some beneficial rains yesterday. Now, as we move on through the day today, it looks like the better chances for rain will be southeast of those areas that had the rain yesterday. So hopefully if you missed out yesterday, you can get some rain in your backyard as we move on into the afternoon. And not as hot today as well. We'll see how much cooler those temperatures will be heading into this afternoon. Stay tuned. Your forecast is coming up right after this.
You know that 1 in, 1 out closet rule? Well, I make my own rules. It's 10 in, 1 out.
At Gordman's, find a fab new something every day. Discover big deals and one-of-a-kind steals. Gordman's, bigger deals, smaller prices.
Vanderbilt's has been in business for 45 years, and to celebrate, we are passing on incredible savings to you. New from Wolverine, floor hand waterproof lace-to-toe work boots, your choice $79.99. Save $60 on versatile Keen Detroit boots, new lower price $88.88. Great price on Key Dungaree jeans, only $12.99. Gildan Pocket t-shirts starting at $3.99.
Work boots Center, Vanderbilt.
Join the party. Become an Eagle Rewards Club member. July 6th through the 28th, it's $25,000 sizzling summer nights. Every Friday and Saturday night, swipe your card at a promo kiosk and get 500 free drawing tickets. Every 15 minutes, starting at 7 p.m., a winner will pick an envelope to determine their cash prize. At 10:30 p.m., someone will win $500 cash each day. $50 K-Cash hot seat drawings every 15 minutes, starting at 10:45 p.m. $25,000 sizzling summer nights. Golden Eagle Casino, 45 minutes north of Topeka.
So I got my first account when I was 16.
I got my first banking account when I got my first job, so when I was 14.
So when I finally opened all my accounts, it was just such a relief. At the end of the day, I feel kind of like good when I go to the bank.
What do you save your money for?
College. I will be the generation.
I will be the generation
that is socially and financially aware
and uses technology to keep us connected.
That makes college affordable for everyone.
That takes a stand for what I believe in.
I love sunny days, till they shine on the rug that never recovered from the incident.
Need a style refresh? Get it at Gordman's. Find what you need for your home, family, and life with no damage to your wallet. Gordman's, bigger deals, smaller prices.
This is your 13 weather forecast with Peyton Sanders.
Thanks for staying with us here on this Saturday morning. 3 days in a row in Topeka, at least, with triple-digit high temperatures. Look at these highs over the past few days. Yeah, some big numbers on there. 101 Wednesday and Thursday. Those are the hottest days of the year so far in 2018 in the capital city. Yesterday's high 100. These highs about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Some very good news, though, today. With all this cloud cover, temperature's not going to be nearly as hot. In fact, we're only going to make it into the 80s for highs this afternoon, so get ready, a noticeable change on the temperatures as we move on to start the weekend. Outside right now in Topeka, cloudy skies, 78 degrees, dew point at 72, so it's still going to be muggy today, but we should avoid the extreme heat like what we've been dealing with over the past several days. Temperatures right now in the 70s this morning, some spots close to 80 here at the 8 o'clock hour. The warm spot right now, Lawrence checking in at 79 degrees. You go northwest, it's a little bit cooler with 70 in Marysville right now. Same thing in Concordia, and where those temperatures are a little bit cooler, that's where we do have some areas of fog this morning. Visibility, though, looks like it's starting to improve. 3/4 mile visibility in Marysville and now up to 2 miles in Concordia. So any patchy fog that's still around will begin to burn off here in the next hour or two, and everyone will be free of the fog as we move on through the rest of the day. Capitol Federal live storm tracker right now. We do have some rain in the southwest sections of our area. We'll take a closer inspection of this on the radar picture again from around Council Grove over towards Emporia. Some very light stuff. Might just be some areas of drizzle that we're looking at this morning across Morris County into the central sections of Lyon County. All of this pushing northeast, but you can kind of see the little swirling feature there on the radar. That's a feature that's going to be pushing northeast and providing the possibility for additional shower and thunderstorm development as we move on through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. In fact, you'll see that here on Supercast late this morning into the afternoon. As that feature moves northeast, it's going to spark off some more scattered showers and thunderstorms. So I think there's a fairly good chance that Topeka will have some rain in the area today, out towards Lawrence, Osage City as well. The farther northwest you live, pretty much if you got rain yesterday, you'll probably be staying dry as we move on into the afternoon. Scattered showers and storms will continue throughout the afternoon and evening. Severe weather not expected. Some of the strongest storms might produce some wind gusts up near 50 miles per hour, but for the most part with any storms today, the main threat will be some brief heavy rain. Any activity will end after 10 p.m. tonight. It's a dry start to tomorrow morning with clear skies, and heading into Sunday afternoon, there'll be another rain chance, but it's going to be a little more isolated than today. In fact, you can see Supercast not showing any areas of rain on the radar picture by tomorrow afternoon, but we do expect that generally along and south of I-70, we can't entirely rule out a brief shower or storm as we move on into the second half of the weekend. Otherwise, today with more clouds, yeah, check out these temperatures. 83 degrees by noon. That's going to feel pretty nice, isn't it? After all this extreme heat that we've been dealing with. Upper 80s for highs is where we'll end up this afternoon, and the winds will stay light. Now, get ready. Tomorrow, the temperatures are going to climb, and with the humidity, yeah, heat index values back to the muggy category and very warm. 99 in Topeka for the feels like number tomorrow afternoon with some lower triple digits for places south. But otherwise today, not as bad. Check out these highs in the middle and upper 80s this afternoon to get some scattered showers and storms, mainly for areas east where you do get some rain. Temperatures might cool down a little bit as we move on into the afternoon. Tonight should stay dry, partly cloudy skies and lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And as we check out the 8-day forecast, I think as we start the next work week, we'll be dry Monday, Tuesday. It looks like our best chance for rain into the upcoming week is going to be Wednesday into Wednesday night. And with the rain in the area, that should cool things down a little bit once again with a high around 88. Otherwise dry and hot next weekend with sunny skies and highs back in the mid-90s.
All right, I'll take it. Thanks, Peyton. Coming up in sports, the Sunflower State Games kick off with a wider variety of events than ever before. After the break, hear from organizers on how the long list of events is helping create some record participation.
Hi, my name is Terry with Midwest Cremation Society. Let us help you celebrate the life of your loved one when your choice is cremation. Midwest Cremation Society offers the exact same services for cremation that traditional funeral homes provide at half the cost.
Don't add a financial burden to an emotional burden. Call 785-249-6815.
Let me serve your cremation needs. Midwest Cremation Society, my family serving yours.
Continental Siding Supply is 36 years old. Hey folks, Jerry O'Neill. For 36 years, we've been a family-owned business. Yes, we've grown to multiple locations. We own our own manufacturing plant. We own the patent to our Perma-Straight wall system. But our roots are strong because of you. To celebrate our birthday, I want to save your family 36% on seamless polymer siding and stock colors only. Call now.
Seize your summer in a new Silverado truck. The time is now with sizzling summer deals at Ed Bozarth Chevrolet. We've got Silverado's price to move at up to 20% off. Experience the proven performance, safety, and reliability of the Silverado. It's the hottest deal of the summer on the largest selection in Northeast Kansas. But hurry, summer won't last, and neither will these hot savings. Going on now at Ed Bozarth Chevrolet #1 Buick GMC.
Come see us at 3731 South Topeka Boulevard.
Why did the shopper cross the road? Simple, to experience them all.
It all started with homemade ice cream and cookies. Our home specialist was knowledgeable and they guided us to make the perfect selection. We never felt pressure to buy.
Enjoy shopping every time.
Have it your way. Free in-home delivery plus 5-year financing or a 14% cash bonus.
That's the Furniture Mall of Kansas. Oh, yeah.
This is 13 Sports.
Good morning, everyone. Where else can you go see archery, badminton, and handball on the same day? Sure, maybe ESPN The 8th Oak Show or the Sunflower State Games. As WIBW's Nicole Fye tells us, the variety and number of events this year is helping yield some impressive participation.
There's only one way to start off the 29th Annual Sunflower State Games with a bang.
Well, we're super excited to kick off the 29th Annual Sunflower State Games. We've been planning this event since last October, so a big culmination for a lot of people.
Almost 7,500 people, according to Gross, and this year in a record 51 different athletic events.
We've already set participation records in several of our sports, including track and field, with a record 545 participants. We ended up with about 290 people competing in our jiu-jitsu event, which is far and away a record.
From newcomers of all ages.
This is my first time. I just like to run. It's just fun.
To seasoned veterans.
Promoting Lifetime Fitness, trying to keep yourself in shape, I think is a great thing. I think it's a great series of competitions for the state and for the individuals in the state to remain fit.
And even in sweltering heat.
It's not as hot as I thought it would be.
The Sunflower State Games have begun. Reporting in Topeka, Nicole Fye, WIBW Sports.
Thank you, Nicole. And the International Diamond, Kansas representing the USA against Korea out in Taiwan at 5:30 a.m. yesterday morning. Yikes. Jayhawks trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the sixth. They didn't have a hit yet. Jax Groshans changes that in a hurry. First hit of the game is a homer. Solo shot makes it 2-1. Bottom of the eighth now, runner on first. Blake Schinkel lays down the bunt. Korea throws that one away. That's not how you're supposed to play that one. Mateo Zuniga comes to score all the way from first to tie the game. KU would get a sac fly later in the inning to take the lead. Only had 2 hits for the game, though. Winning the ball game. That's just unconventional. Top of the ninth, Korea has the tying run on third and 2 outs. Gabriel Sotomayor trying to shut the door, and he does so with a swinging strikeout. Kansas gets the 3-2 win, and these two will meet again for the bronze medal of this tournament tonight at 10 Central Time. A little bit more reasonable of a time to watch some baseball. All right, it's going to do it for me here in sports. Everybody have a great day.
Chicken tacos, rice, and a side of Invista black beans. Earn double rewards year-round on groceries and gas. Invista Black, everything. Invista Black Belt. Kick up the rewards and break away from annual fees. Invista Black, everything.
Only Cox offers the same fast 300 meg speeds everywhere. Which could be why more people choose Cox than any other internet provider. Like Tess, who almost didn't get dinner. She chose Cox high-speed internet starting at $19.99. Call today and join people like Kyle, who just got some bad news. Sorry. And Max, who's holding his book wrong. And Henry, who loses his cool. All of them have Cox high-speed internet starting at $19.99. Call today and ask about panoramic Wi-Fi so you can enjoy wall-to-wall fast speeds. Like little Stevie, who's making herself heard.
Hi. Come on in.
Open your door to Cox high-speed internet starting at $19.99. Call today and ask about panoramic Wi-Fi.
A native son of Kansas. A soldier.
Deployed to Afghanistan as an airborne Army Ranger.
A leader on the battlefield.
Overseeing nearly 300 people.
A dog musher.
Now he's preparing for the Iditarod.
A mountaineer.
Mount Everest.
And now Steve Watkins is taking on his toughest assignment yet.
Bringing some conservative Kansas values and Army leadership to the politicians on Capitol Hill. I'm Steve Watkins, and I paid for and approved this message.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
It was a beautiful summer morning in Mushroomville. That is until...
Eric, if you're through playing, get over here and let's do some work in the garden.
Sorry, Dave. Hey, what's up, Dave? Woohoo! Hey, how you doing?
Are you through down over there in Smurfville?
Whoa. We don't use that. This is, we call that Mushroomville, unless you want to be paying some lawyers. Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome to the WIBW Garden. I'm with my friend Dave Jackson. He's from Jackson's Greenhouse and Garden Center. Hey, Dave, if people have got mushrooms growing in their yard, what can they do about that?
Well, they're really not damaging anything. You can ignore them, but if you really don't like seeing them grow, we have a product called Physan 20 that'll sterilize that soil.
Okay, well, I guess we're done for the day, guys, right?
What? We got planting to do, Eric.
Planting in the middle of summer. Well, let's go to it, guys. Well, we had a rough start with our peas, but we actually got a few off of it. So now what do we do with them?
Well, the vines are all dead with this heat, so it's time to get rid of them and then plant some fall garden.
Fall garden planting in the heat of July. Anyway, what are some items we can be planting?
You can still plant green beans all the way through mid-August. We'll also able to plant onions from the bulbs, and we can plant potatoes for a fall crop of potatoes. 17, 18, zzz.
I get it, Dave, but we still have the raccoons here to deal with. I just learned something from Dave. He tells me that tomatoes are the #1 vegetable in gardens, correct? So what do you have there?
This is tomato and vegetable food, actually, that is triple in phosphorus than the nitrogen. Phosphorus is for the development of more fruit.
And then what do I have in my hand here?
You have a blossom set product. In the heat of summer, sometimes the tomato blooms want to drop off. And so by spraying this on the back side of the bloom when it opens up, you'll assure that the bloom does not fall off, but goes ahead and develops tomatoes.
And thus we end another garden segment. Dave, have a good day. Better yet, friends, have a great week. And let's all enjoy the garden. But first, I'm off to find more mushroom bills.
I'm taking applications right now for a new host for this show. Somebody that might act their age.
Wow, that was awesome. In typical fashion, we now go from the garden to the table. If you're looking for a hearty breakfast or maybe a quick lunch, don't let the name of our next fork in the road fool you. Banjo's has been part of the Southern Gateway just before you enter Topeka for a long time in the small community of Pauline. 13 Sean Wheat plucked a couple of strings and found out that the food is music to the owner's ears.
You don't have to know how to play the banjo to get a good meal in Pauline. Banjo's has been serving up home-style breakfast for over 40 years to anyone who enters their doors.
It's been pretty good to me, and plus I love my customers. So I've enjoyed it over the years.
Tom Martin has owned it for 17 of those years. He says the one thing everyone comes back for are his big old helping of biscuits and gravy.
So I got to make up at least 3 full pans or better of these biscuits. and they're made from scratch. We use buttermilk, and it's a biscuit mix, but unlike other places, it's not a hockey puck.
A half order will fill an entire plate. A full order, you can almost feed a family. The gravy on top, just like your mama used to make.
I cook off my own sausage for it, and I add some pepper to it. Simple as that.
But that simple recipe is just a small piece of the Banjo's experience.
Well, customers keep coming back because they say they enjoy the food. And they also enjoy the staff. And you can't beat it. When you walk in, you get exactly what you want.
Good service. Real good service. As soon as you get in here, they come see what you want, and you don't have to wait an hour to get it. I mean, it's right here.
And he'll walk by and he'll see me, he'll just wave. I know what he wants, I know how he wants it and all that, so I can get that fired up. By the time the check comes up, I've got it.
Folks like Bob Clark come from miles around to eat at Banjo's just because of that reason, and for the food.
And the biscuits and gravy, they're some of the best around.
Why is that?
Good, thick gravy, and you get plenty.
And Martin says he'll keep doing it because of the customers like Bob.
Everybody comes in and tells me, hey, great job, keep it up. Don't close this place.
He has no plans to close and hopes to keep the Banjo playing for many years to come.
How was the food? Great.
Sean Wheat, 13 News.
Martin says he has some of the best staff, with some of his waitresses working there for nearly 15 years. He's open every morning until 2 in the afternoon near Forbes Field. The top news stories of the day and your area forecast straight ahead. 13 News Saturday Morning Edition continues right after this.
Do you ever wish that you felt good about your smile? Are you tired of hiding your teeth because you're self-conscious? Maybe it's because of missing teeth, or you just don't like their appearance in general. At the Dental Implant Center of Northeast Kansas, we're not just fixing teeth, we are changing lives one smile at a time. For your extreme dental makeover, call 1-888-589-8100.
Well, look at you, the boss of an entire company. You hire people and you get to promote them when they do a good job. You might even be asking yourself, how did I get to be so smart? Maybe it's because you use the Kansas Works Workforce Center on-the-job training program. They find the talent and cover 50% of your training costs. How smart are you now? Smart enough to bring donuts on Fridays?
Call the Kansas Works Workforce Center about the on-the-job training program.
Watch both governor forums back-to-back when WIBW re-airs the GOP candidates forum at 11 with the Democratic forum starting immediately after. This Sunday only on WIBW. Watch both governor forums back-to-back this Sunday only on WIBW.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Welcome back. Well, for folks just now waking up, it's time for a check on weather, I'd say. Peyton Sanders in the Weather Center. What can you tell us?
Well, Erica, how do 80s sound today?
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty good. Had a 100-degree high yesterday, 101 the past couple of days. So highs in the 80s today. Yeah, it's going to feel pretty nice, even though it'll still be a bit on the humid side. Here's a look at the visibility that we do have with higher humidity in the northwest sections of our area. Did have some reduced visibility under a quarter mile at times in Concordia and Marysville. But a lot of that fog is now diminishing, and we should see reduced visibilities back above 3 miles here in about the next 30 minutes or so. Temperatures this morning in the 70s. We also have an 80-degree mark now showing up in Melbourne this morning. 78 the current temperature in Topeka. We have 73 right now in Clay Center. It is a warm and muggy start to the morning, and we did have some beneficial rains yesterday in the northern sections of our area from around Junction City up towards Manhattan. Holton and Hiawatha had some of the highest rainfall amounts. Topeka really missed out. Places like Emporia, Burlington, Lawrence didn't see any rain yesterday. Some good news, though, is that the rain chance will shift farther to the east as we move on throughout the day. You can see this feature that we have right now southwest of Council Grove. Kind of see the swirling motion on the radar picture. That feature is going to move east, and it will provide the chance for some additional scattered shower and thunderstorm development heading on throughout the day. So the areas shaded in green have the best chance to see some rain today. It's not a guarantee by any means, but if there's going to be any rain around the area heading into the afternoon, that's where it's likely going to be. The main threats would be some brief heavy downpours of rain and some lightning although some of the stronger storms might produce some isolated wind gusts up near 50 miles per hour. We do have another rain chance tomorrow, and we'll see how hot the temperatures are going to get. It will be hotter tomorrow. We'll have a look at that in your full 8-day forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Peyton. We're 3.5 weeks away from the August 7th primary election, with one deadline looming if you want to vote. 13's Sean Wheat has the latest from the campaign trail.
And I know people work. Sometimes they can't get here by 5, so we try to allow those additional times and opportunities.
Shawnee County Election Commissioner Andrew Howell will have staff at the Topeka Shawnee County Public Library helping residents register and update records.
It's also an opportunity just to check the status. If you're just not sure what your status is and you want to know, we'll have the ability and some people there to help you just look at your registration and tell you how you're currently registered.
Tuesday, the 17th, is the deadline to register to vote in the primary. With the ACLU's win in a recent lawsuit, you no longer have to show proof of citizenship.
You still have to affirm that you're a citizen on the form. You just don't have to have that proof document when you register.
As election officials work to get you registered, politicians are working to win your vote. On Friday, GOP hopeful Governor Jeff Collier was endorsed by the Kansas Livestock Association.
KLA is one of the most respected organizations, one of the most respected state cattlemen's organizations in America.
We're a grassroots-driven organization. Our members make that decision, ultimately approved by our board of directors.
On Thursday, Democratic gubernatorial candidate Senator Laura Kelly announced an endorsement from Planned Parenthood Great Plains, which covers states including Kansas. Collier, Kelly, and other leading candidates answered questions in a live gubernatorial forum on 13 News. You can see those again at 11 Sunday morning.
You can also watch those forums on our website at WIBW.com. A warning about a popular breakfast cereal and how safe your kids are in the car. Nikki Batiste has some of the week's top health stories.
A nationwide study of 760 parents and caregivers reveals about half use cell phones while driving with young children. Researchers found a third texted, while 1 in 7 used social media. The findings suggest the distracted drivers may also be prone to other risky behaviors, including not wearing a seatbelt, driving under the influence of alcohol, and failing to properly restrain their young passengers. Research published in an American Heart Association journal finds multivitamins do not prevent heart attacks, strokes, or cardiovascular death. Scientists examined 18 previous studies that tracked more than 2 million people for an average of 12 years. 1 in 3 Americans take multivitamins and minerals, spending an estimated $21 billion on supplements every year. And the CDC is warning people to stop eating Kellogg's Honey Smacks cereal because it's linked to a salmonella outbreak. 100 people in 33 states have gotten sick and 30 hospitalized. The company voluntarily recalled the cereal last month. The CDC says its advisory covers Honey Smacks in any size package and with any best if used by date. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, New York.
Moving at a slower pace could be just what the doctor ordered for cancer patients and their families to cope. And this morning's To Your Health, how Tai Chi is helping them go with the flow.
The people in this exercise class share a common bond.
I have colon cancer. In March of 2015, I was diagnosed with lung cancer.
Each was touched by cancer.
I lost my wife to cancer 3 years ago.
And all are healing with the help of a Tai Chi class at Cotton O'Neill Cancer Center.
Always moving against resistance. It's kind of a flip from what a lot of people think of as exercise. It's slow, it's rhythmic, it's kind of continuous movement.
Instructor Linda Gray is a 2-time cancer survivor herself.
I got range of motion back personally in my neck through this, so I know it works.
Studies show Tai Chi has physical benefits for cancer patients, including improving balance and stamina, and through those deep cleansing breaths.
It helps me because of lung cancer, and they had to remove my right upper lobe of my lung. It helps me breathe. It gets my oxygen level higher.
Plus, it's a proven stress relief.
Cancer is stressful because you don't know the outcome. When we do the warm-up exercise, I close my eyes and I can just feel myself relaxing.
This group says the camaraderie also is vital.
Family members of cancer patients need support as well. And Tai Chi was helpful to me during that period and recovering the loss.
A lot of support, hope. You know, you feel like you can do something.
This is a spine stretch called Moving Heaven and Earth.
Tai Chi can be a small step in moving forward.
My advice is keep breathing and keep moving.
Tai Chi classes are free for cancer patients and families. They meet once a week, and you can get the schedule at your next Cancer Center appointment. Coming up next in this week's Salute the Badge, 13's Tiernan Shank introduces us to the Shawnee County Parks and Rec Chief and shows us how he stays ahead during this busy season.
Hanging baskets and patio planters filled with Jackson's premium proven winner and select garden annuals will provide a full season of spectacular color at your home. Jackson's use only Fertilome potting soils and fertilizer for the best season-long results.
Harold, where'd you go?
Help, I'm in the mattress!
I told you we ought to go to Lebeda Mattress.
Help! Call 911!
You never listen. I want one of those Lebeda mattresses handcrafted in the Midwest.
Yes, dear.
Shop the sizzling summer savings sale now at Lebeda. Queen Plus, just $3.99. Premium pocket coil pillow top, only $9.99. Tallow latex adjustable beds and two-sided mattresses that can be flipped over. Sale ends Monday.
You guys ready?
This is the Nelson family.
Wi-Fi's good.
And their panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
Connected here.
They're helping us demonstrate the speed and coverage of its super fast signal.
Here it comes.
It covers every device and every inch of their home.
He's coming back up.
And with extenders, every room is connected. Cover every corner of your home with super fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
Don't miss the 6th Annual Baseball Hall of Fame Induction Ceremony and Banquet, Wednesday, July 18th at the Downtown Ramada. Doors open at 5:30. Tickets are $25 each and can be purchased at the Apple Market in Seabrook Shopping Center or at the Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Office.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
The Spirit of Kansas Festival is over, but that doesn't mean that the Shawnee County parks lose their spark. With warmer weather comes more people walking, biking, and camping in the public land, but vandalism and neglect for park rules can ruin a peaceful evening with nature. And this morning, Salute the Badge, 13's Tiernan Shank shows us how the Shawnee County Parks Police Chief keeps a watchful eye over 110 parks and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Now that the pops are over and the park is clean, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Police Chief Michael Cope can settle back into summer, or at least try.
Several times I've gotten calls because, hey, there's a snake over in the gardens. It's like, okay, it's their home. Somebody had turned loose a caiman in the lake. It was probably about that long.
Between snakes and baby gators, he's scaled the challenges for 23 years.
It's just a different kind of atmosphere. You're out there trying to help people, educate the people.
That education extends to over 2,600 acres of land in Shawnee County. A lot to police for Cope, his 2 full-time officers and 5 part-time officers.
We run from park to park when we have to, but a lot of them are small community parks and we never have any issues at them. It's our bigger parks, Gage Park, Lake Shawnee.
They act like any other law enforcement agency, catching criminals for car theft, fires, and vandalism.
The problem with the car break-ins are, there are people out using the trails, etc. They leave stuff in sight.
But one of their biggest battles is sometimes what's out of sight.
And unfortunately, we've had our share of water-related deaths. We definitely don't want to spoil somebody's weekend by a tragic incident.
Swimming is against the rules at Lake Shawnee.
Hi, folks.
And on this hot summer's day, we spot 2 offenders cooling off with a dip.
Be not paying attention to how close you are away from, or how far away from shore you are. And if all you have is your head above the water, the boats aren't going to see you and you'll get hit. It's kind of a balancing act to enforce the rules, plus help the people enjoy their experience in the Parks and Rec system.
A balancing act that's part of the job even on a day off.
We do not come out here to Lake Shawnee to fish for this time of year generally because my wife would like me to relax. And I find people violating rules and I find myself going over and educating people in my personal boat and not enjoying my time.
Whether he's fishing or enforcing, Cope says it's just a joy to be outside.
Go outside, we go camp and we do these things. We teach them how to fish. It just gives them a different perspective on what is out there really in life.
With photojournalist Doug Brown, Tiernan Shank, 13 News.
Shawnee County parks are home to swimming pools, golf courses, tennis courts, and hundreds of trails. For maps and more, visit parks.snco.us. We'll check weekend weather as 13 News Saturday morning edition continues after this.
Pro-life conservative, Christian, Kansan. Steve Watkins answers when the call to serve beckons. Volunteered for combat in Afghanistan. Airborne Ranger. Now running for Congress to defeat our greatest threats. Politicians can't stop radical Islamic terrorism. Watkins can. Secure the border. Watkins will. And Watkins won't surrender our gun rights. Steve risked his life for freedom. Conservative Steve Watkins. Kansans can do anything. PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
345,000 Kansans care for a parent, spouse, friend, or other loved one, helping them live independently at home. Now, a new law called the Kansas Lake Caregiver Act supports these family caregivers when they enter the hospital and transition home. Loved ones can now designate a caregiver to be notified when they're discharged from the hospital, and hospitals must provide instructions of the aftercare tasks caregivers will perform at home. To learn more, visit WIBW.com/caregiver, sponsored by AARP Kansas.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Save big on new carpet from Shaw. Voyager plush carpet is just 70 cents a square foot after 11% off. Brookstone Frisee is $1.15 a square foot after 11% off. Over 80 stock Sylvania LED bulbs are on sale. These vintage style bulbs are just $4 each after 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Like two peas in a pod, these two guys have been running for and holding office in Topeka for over a decade. They're part of the broken system. Want more of the same? Those two fit the bill. But if, like me, you've had enough and want to actually fix what's broken, I'm the candidate for governor and businessman who in just 3 years as your insurance commissioner cut state spending in my office and greatly improved services and transparency. I'm Ken Seltzer, CPA. Together, let's fix what's broken in Topeka.
This is your 13 weather forecast with Peyton Sanders.
Glad to have you with us here on this Saturday morning. Are you ready for some heat relief today? Yeah, finally, after several days with highs in triple digits, we're going to be looking at highs in the 80s this afternoon. So yeah, that's going to feel pretty nice. Our forecast high today, 88 degrees. Yesterday was 100, so about 10 to 15 degrees cooler today. You'll definitely notice the cooling trend as we move on into the afternoon. It's still going to be muggy, so it'll still be a pretty hot day, but overall, it's not the extreme heat like we've been dealing with for the past several days. Cloudy skies right now overhead in Topeka. That's the reason that we're not going to be as hot today. Our temperature this morning, 78 degrees, a light northeast wind at 6 miles per hour. Most everyone's in the 70s, the exception Melbourne checking in at 81 degrees this morning. In the northwest corner of our area, a little bit cooler with temperatures in the lower 70s. Capitol Federal live storm checker right now. Most of the area is dry. We did have some beneficial rains yesterday in the northwest sections of our area. And what's out there this morning is pretty light. You can see from around Council Grove down through Emporia, some light showers this morning. And you can see that swirling motion there again in the radar picture as that feature moves northeast as we move on throughout the day. That'll provide another chance for some more scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop late this morning and into early this afternoon. We'll time this out on Supercast, and you can see once we get to 1:30 this afternoon, might have some isolated activity as far west as Junction City or Abilene, but the more substantial rains will be for areas southeast of the Turnpike heading into this afternoon. So 1:30, Emporia, Osage City, on up towards Topeka and Lawrence will have a chance to see rain. It's not a guarantee today, but the chance overall today for places that missed out on yesterday's rains, today's chance for you is a little bit higher as we move on into the afternoon. Now, any activity that we have will begin to diminish late this evening. It's going to be dry to start your Sunday morning. And we do have another rain chance for the second half of the weekend, but it is going to be a little bit smaller. It'll be a pretty isolated chance generally along and south of I-70. Tomorrow afternoon could see another chance for some rain on the way. But otherwise, today we'll enjoy that cool down with more clouds in the area. Yeah, check out these high temperatures, only in the upper 80s this afternoon. A chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms, so might want to pack the umbrella if you're heading out and about as we move on throughout the day today. And the extreme heat returns tomorrow. Highs back in the mid-90s. You factor in the humidity. And yes, unfortunately, some places once again close to triple-digit heat index values by tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, today we'll enjoy highs in the mid and upper 80s. Chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. 88 degrees in Topeka this afternoon. Tonight we're dry and partly cloudy with lows down into the upper 60s to lower 70s. And as we check out the 8-day forecast, again, that hotter day tomorrow. Mid-90s for highs, low 90s to start the upcoming work week. And our next best chance for rain into the upcoming week is going to be on Wednesday as another storm system pushes across Kansas. That'll bring some widespread shower and thunderstorm activity, especially as we move on into Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. Otherwise, the end of next week looks like we'll be back to sunny, hot, and dry conditions with highs in the mid-90s. Stay tuned. We'll have a check of your sports coming up right after this.
Well, look at you, the boss of an entire company. You hire people and you get to promote them when they do a good job. You might even be asking yourself, how did I get to be so smart? Maybe it's because you use the Kansas Works Workforce Center on-the-job training program. They find the talent and cover 50% of your training costs. How smart are you now? Smart enough to bring donuts on Fridays?
Call the Kansas Works Workforce Center about the on-the-job training program.
Who can help you undo the damage done by fire or water? Search no further than the experts at ServiceMaster Restore, who have the experience and know-how to make your home feel whole again. For 65 years, we've helped people go from disaster to done. ServiceMaster Restore.
Vanderbilt's has been in business for 45 years, and to celebrate, we are passing on incredible savings to you. New from Wolverine, floor hand waterproof lace-to-toe work boots, your choice $79.99. Save $60 on versatile Keen Detroit boots, new lower price $88.88. Great price on Key Dungaree jeans, only $12.99. Gildan Pocket t-shirts starting at $3.99.
Work Boot Center, Vanderbilt.
Hi, I'm 13's Melissa Bruner with news of an exciting event benefiting our Boys and Girls Clubs of Topeka. It's the 19th annual Harley Party coming up Saturday, August 18th at Ferris Aviation. You and your friends can enjoy fabulous food and beverages, silent auction, and live music. As always, someone will go home with a brand new Harley. But most importantly, you'll be helping area kids learn, grow, and have fun in a safe place. Only 1,000 tickets will be sold, so contact your Boys and Girls Clubs today so you don't miss out. Great futures start here!
Hello, Topeka. I'm Jason Lamb with Fox 4 News in Kansas City. So WIBW is celebrating 65 years. I'm proud to say my career began with the 13 sports team back in 1993 as an intern. My first full-time job out of college was right there, working with the legendary Ron Paradis and Greg Sharp. 13 was the leader back then, and I know it still is today. Congratulations on 65 years of serving Northeast Kansas.
This is 13 Sports.
Good morning, everyone. Where else can you go see archery, badminton, and handball in the same day? Sure, maybe ESPN The Oak Show or the Sunflower State Games. As WIBW's Nicole Fye tells us, the variety and number of events this year is helping yield some impressive participation.
There's only one way to start off the 29th annual Sunflower State Games: with a bang.
Well, we're super excited to kick off the 29th annual Sunflower State Games. We've been planning this event since last October, so a big culmination for a lot of people.
Almost 7,500 people, according to Gross, and this year in a record 51 different athletic events.
We've already set participation records in several of our sports, including track and field, with a record 545 participants. We ended up with about 290 people competing in our jiu-jitsu event, which is far and away a record.
From newcomers of all ages.
This is my first time. I just like to run. It's just fun.
To seasoned veterans.
Promoting Lifetime Fitness, trying to keep yourself in shape, I think is a great thing. I think it's a great series of competitions for the state and for the individuals in the state to remain fit.
And even in sweltering heat.
It's not as hot as I thought it would be.
The Sunflower State Games have begun. Reporting in Topeka, Nicole Fye, WIBW Sports.
Thank you, Nicole. On the International Diamond, Kansas representing the USA against Korea out in Taiwan at 5:30 a.m. yesterday morning. Thanks. Jayhawks trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the sixth. They didn't have a hit yet. Jax Groshans changes that in a hurry. First hit of the game is a homer. Solo shot makes it 2-1. Bottom of the eighth now, runner on first. Blake Schinkel lays down the bunt. Korea throws that one away. That's not how you're supposed to play that one. Mateo Zuniga comes to score all the way from first to tie the game. KU would get a sac fly later in the inning to take the lead. Only had 2 hits for the game, though. Winning the ball game. That's just unconventional. Top of the ninth, Korea has the tying run on third and 2 outs. Gabriel Sotomayor trying to shut the door, and he does so with a swinging strikeout. Kansas gets the 3-2 win, and these two will meet again for the bronze medal of this tournament tonight at 10 Central Time. A little bit more reasonable of a time to watch some baseball. All right, it's going to do it for me here in sports. Everybody have a great day.
Kansas Central School Bus is now hiring caring drivers starting at $16.50 an hour, up to $18 for experienced drivers. Weekly pay and paid training. Apply online at kansascentralschoolbus.com.
CBS Wednesday is TKO. Average shows. Meet the most intense obstacle course ever created. This is amazing. And here's the twist. Let's go. You run. Your opponents attack. Kevin Hart hosts TKO. TKO, new CBS Wednesday.
It's payday! It's payday! It's payday!
Your dreams are waiting, so play Lucky for Life from the Kansas Lottery, and you could win $1,000 a day every day for the rest of your life.
It's payday! It's payday!
The lighting of your dreams was on that DIY show. Now what? Visit Endicott Lighting. Chances are your dream is in stock. If not, Endicott's lighting experts can create a complete lighting plan to match your desires. The service, the parts, and the experience. A whole house project or a hard-to-find bulb. Find it at Endicott Lighting, 511 Fort Riley Boulevard in Manhattan, or 24/7 at EndicottLighting.com.
Kansas Central School Bus is now hiring safe drivers, starting at $16.50 an hour, up to $18 for experienced drivers. Great for part-time or second income. Apply online at kansascentralschoolbus.com.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
We'll have a chance for some rain today, mainly for the areas in the shade of green. Main threat will be some brief heavy rain, lightning, isolated wind gusts up near 50 miles per hour. Again, it's not a guarantee that you'll see rain if you're in that area, but it is at least a chance as we move on throughout the day. Highs today in the mid and upper 80s. That's going to feel pretty nice, isn't it? After several days with highs in the 90s and triple digits. 84 Holden, 88 in Topeka this afternoon. 86 degrees in Marysville. Lows tonight down into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Most areas should be dry after those evening storms push into Missouri by around 9 or 10 o'clock. As you look ahead to the 8-day forecast, 94 tomorrow, so your Sunday is going to be hotter. It should be dry Monday, Tuesday. Our next best chance for rain will come Wednesday of the upcoming week. So if you miss out on the rain yesterday, it was mainly in the northwest sections of the area. Topeka has a chance today, Lawrence, Emporia, so we'll cross our fingers and hopefully get some moisture.
All right, thanks, Peyton, for that. That's all for us this morning. Join us back here later for 13 News at 6. Have a great weekend.
The latest news, weather, and sports at WIBW.com or follow WIBW on Twitter, Facebook, and our mobile app. Thank you for making 13 News the most watched weekend newscast.
Now, let's check in with Marcia at Diamonds by Design.
When I was in the broadcasting business, I had so many choices to make, I never knew the right one to choose. So, I just picked one.
Not that one!
Now I make the smart choices at Diamonds by Design with custom designs, quality repair, quality service, and the best in merchandise.
Diamond Dan, we have another choice for you.
Diamonds by Design.
I just love going to the downtown farmers market in Topeka. I love the wide variety of products and the friendly atmosphere. downtown Topeka Farmers Market.
Replace your worn-out set of tires at Performance Tire and Wheels Take the Money and Ride event.
During the Take the Money and Ride event, you can receive up to a $100 prepaid card from the mail by Cooper Tire on these and other popular models.
Changing your engine's air filter every 12,000 miles is the easiest job you can perform on your vehicle. Increase your fuel efficiency and prolong your engine life. Come visit us at Performance Tire and Wheel at 2000 South Topeka Boulevard or our newly remodeled store at 1735 North Kansas Avenue.
Can you insure my client's investment property? Yes. What about rental houses? Yes.
Can you insure my house?
Yes.
What about my car?
Yes.
Can you insure our lemonade stand?
Yes.
Copeland Insurance, a trusted name in insurance since 1960.
Proudly representing auto owners insurance.
If you can spare $1, you can help us help the kids at TARC this year in our Just a Buck campaign.
And CoreFirst Bank is matching every dollar that's donated up to $5,000.
Mail your donation to the station or drop it off at any Topeka CoreFirst location now through July 31st.
Watch both governor forums back to back this Sunday only on WIBW.
You're watching CBS.
When you see this symbol, you know you're watching a show that's educational and informational. The CBS Dream Team. It's epic.
Today on Lucky Dog, different strokes for different folks. As Brandon prepares 5 dogs to fit in with the lifestyles of their potential new families. And the results can sometimes be surprising.
What do you guys see?
I'm Brandon McMillan, and I've dedicated my life to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. My mission is to make sure these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, 1 dog will be saved, and 1 family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
Presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Every dog that Brandon rescues needs to fit in with the lifestyle of the family that will be adopting her. And sometimes that involves some unusual training. Like in the case of Polly, a young German Shepherd mix who was hoping to join the Hunziker family.
Polly and I were hanging out by the hot tub, which was actually a cold tub because I turned the heater off, and she got curious what my feet were sitting in.
Because the Hunziker family likes spending time at the beach, Brandon tests Polly's tolerance of water.
Once Polly showed me that she really had no fear of water, something clicked in my head. I remember the conversation that I had with Eric and how he's a surfer and a stand-up paddleboarder himself. So right there, I grabbed a surfboard and I placed it on the ground. The first thing I want to do is get her comfortable with the board. Yeah, look at that, you're already jumping on it. Get it. Good, good. From there, I take half of the board and place it in the water, and the other half is actually on the edge of the pool where it's stable. Go get it, go get it. Good. Same thing. Get it. Good. Look at that. Perfect, perfect. The next level is to bring the board all the way into the pool and see how she deals with balance.
Oh my gosh, you're on. You're on. What happened? What happened? Good.
And just like that, she does flawlessly.
Perfect.
This dog is not only fearless of water, but she's fearless of the board bouncing and moving all around.
Perfect, perfect, good, good, perfect.
But the most interesting part came is when her back leg slipped off the board and she actually fell in the water.
Oh my gosh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
The second this happened, I was thinking to myself, man, I blew it. She will never get on this board again.
You're not scared, are you now? Good. Good, look at that. Perfect. Perfect.
Polly simply shakes it off and keeps going.
Oh, nice.
She's showing me she's not afraid, and she might be built for this paddleboarding thing. And when I see a dog this comfortable after the first step in the process, I think we might be able to skip a couple steps and go right for the main event.
Brandon takes Polly out on the open water. And before long, she's sailing along with ease.
short time ago, she was scared of her own shadow. Now she's standing on a board where most dogs, they wouldn't even dare attempt this. And when I saw how comfortable she was, I decided that was a perfect moment for a wardrobe change.
Polly has earned her green graduation collar. Now that Polly's ready for her new home,
Hi, Brandon.
Brandon puts in a call to Chris Kaiser of sponsor Turf Mutt.
I got a family. I just want you to go check out the yard, make sure it's adequate for a dog.
Sure, happy to help. Brandon's asked me to come out to Thousand Oaks to see Eric and Lisa's house to check out an adoption spot.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey.
I'm Chris. Nice
Lisa,
to see you.
nice to
Chris.
see you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too.
Sure. When I met Lisa and Eric out front, it was nice to walk through the landscape with them. So here in Southern California, you get real heat, 100 degrees. It gets really hot.
It's summertime.
Which means that asphalt, all these hard surfaces, this concrete, your driveway gets really hot. Now that absorbs heat and then re-radiates that at night. It's called the heat island effect. It's really problematic in the city. And that's why the living landscape is so important. This turf grass you have here is going to capture and hold rainwater when it's going to be super hot. This is super cool. This can be 30, 40 degrees cooler than these surfaces. So it's great for the kids and the dog. It's a safe place to play, as well as